Hi, this is Ro, and welcome back to Cloudberry Hollow, and today we're making pumpkins. So come on in and let's start making our own little pumpkin patch. See you there. Hello, today we're going to make a small little pumpkin patch that'll be similar to these pumpkins that I made. This particular pumpkin was made with a 4.5-inch Pom Pom Maker. And this pumpkin that I made was made with the 2 3/8 inch Pom Pom Maker. And this guy right here was made with my 2.5-inch Pom Pom Maker. So we're gonna make similar guys like this, and so let's get started. We're gonna start off with a similar pumpkin to this one. This is made with regular orange yarn, and I tied the top for the stem, and we used some pipe cleaner. So you will need pipe cleaner, brown yarn, and orange yarn for this particular pumpkin. And for this one, I will use this size. This is a 2 3/8 inch Pom Pom Maker, and we will make it this one with this bright orange right here. This one was made with a little bit different color, but let's start here. And let's actually make it similar to this one. This was made to 2 different colors. So how I achieved this is I used 2 different yarns like this, and I combined the yarns together. I just pulled these together like that. And I'm going to put them together and roll them up. Okay, you want to make sure you get it even. If you get any yarn like this, like I did, you want to pull it to the side and close this up. When you're using 2 different yarns, you want to make sure you keep even tension all the way across. And we'll cut right through. And we'll do the same on the next. Got a little tangled there. All right, so again, we're straight all the way through. It's pretty tight across. And we're going to go through. And we're going to go ahead and go all the way through. When I have 2 different yarns, again, you want to make sure it's pretty tight. It's really easy to get a loose pom-pom when you're using 2 different colors. If you want to, you can secure your 2 yarns together. I'm not worried about that right now. And you want to go ahead and skip. Really important to make sure you grab all the yarns all the way across in your Pom Pom Maker. Okay. And for this pom-pom, you want to grab about 6 to 8 inches of yarn. And again, pull all the way across. Go as tight as you can. Don't go too tight that you snap your yarn. And you want to go tight again. And one more time. Oh, remember, over, under, over. So you get a really tight pom-pom. And then you can snap. You can leave this if you want to, if you're going to hang it somewhere, or you can just snip it. And go ahead and open that up. And here you have your pom-pom. That looks pretty good. All right, since we're making pumpkins, you want to kind of look at it and figure out how you want to make this guy. which way you want him to sit. I think I want him to sit this way, and then you're going to go ahead and trim him the way that you want. Okay, there you have a good looking pom-pom. All right. For this particular top, we're going to do a stem similar to this stem right here. And so you're going to take your brown, and I'm going to cover the length of my 3 fingers. And so I'm going to do it about 10 times. And then I'm making it a little bit thicker. And I think this, okay. I'm going to cut it. And then for him, this little guy, I'm just going to take this and I'm going to tie it close to the end right here. And then I'm going to pull this down to the side. Not down to the side, down to the bottom. Sorry about that. And then I'm going to have one there, and then I'm going to do it again and put another knot towards the top. So make that little part a little bit longer. Okay, now I have this little package right here. A little piece of lint. And so it's a little bit longer than this one. And I'm going to actually bury it within my pom-pom, right in there. I'm going to put and hot glue it into my pom-pom. So I'm going to attach it onto the stem part of the pom-pom, not into the pom-pom, because I'll have more control over where my placement's going to be. And I want to do a little bit of a generous amount. So I'm going to get towards the center of my pom-pom ball and put it down. And then I'm going to stick it in there. Whoops. Me and hot glue, they're always good friends. So there we go. And then I'm going to stick some of the yarn up onto the stem. Like that. So now we're looking like a pumpkin. All right. That's what I like. Looking like a pumpkin. Okay. Get some of the little hot glue. There we go. And then we're going to use our pipe cleaner to make some of the vines. So with the pipe cleaner, I'm going to cut this in half. And you can use your pipe cleaner however you like to, however long you like the vines. I have a little plastic straw here. And I just take that and then wrap the pipe cleaner around it. If you can use a pen, the end of a paintbrush, however thin you want your vines to be. Just pull it out. I'm thinking that looks pretty good. So again, you're going to take this and you put a little bit of glue at the end of your pipe cleaner. So right here. Go ahead and put it right in there. I think I'm gonna put maybe 2 short ones this time. I think that'll look good. One sticking up here, like he's hiding. And let's put this little guy over here. So a little bit more squishier. Over here. Yeah, like that. And so at the end, to make this little frill right here, I would cut this loop and I would cut this off and I would fluff it together. But for this one, for this particular one, I'm not going to do it because I'll show you what to do for this and to put this one together so we can make a little garland together. So here is the first one. All right. For our second demonstration, we are going to use our chunky yarn and we'll make a bigger one. And I will show you how to do the stem with a frill. If you saw my gnomes or any of my crazy daisy, you'll know how I do that. We'll do a bigger one. So we're going to do the same thing, and this right here is our 2 3/8 pom-pom. So we'll use this and we'll wrap it together. And for this, you want to put it in. Chunky yarn's a little bit thicker, so it'll fit a little tight. I'm going to clip that and do it again on the other side. And this one you want it in the middle as well. Clip that through. Alright. We're going to do the same thing. I like to spread it out a little bit. My chunky yarn. Oops. Make sure everything is cut through. I'm going to use my brown this time because it ties a little bit better than the chunky yarn does. And I'm going to go ahead and pull it tight. And then here's our chunky yarn. And so this makes a pretty good pumpkin, and we're going to again shape it. For this one, we're going to do the same concept as we did for this one, but we're going to put green on the outside. So we're going to do about 8 to 10. And then on the outside of it, we're going to put about 4. Maybe 6. So now that we have that, we're going to take the brown and we're just going to put ties on the bottom of it. Okay. I'm going to scoot that down. And we're going to find a good place for the middle. So I think this is a good place to put the middle. Again, we're going to put it on the yarn. On the stem, not the yarn, sorry. And we're going to put it in the middle of our pom-pom. Okay, that looks beautiful. Now what we're going to do is take the green and you're going to cut the green. But not the brown. Okay. And when you do that, you're going to take your yarn and you can separate your yarn. And you could do it with your needle, or you can just take your fingers and just separate it. You can take a yarn needle and separate it, or since the strands are so small, you can just separate it with your fingers. I have a loose brown one. I'm going to do it to the brown one as well. I'll leave this one like that. You can go ahead and tie it tighter, but I'm going to leave it like that. So now we have a pumpkin. And what we could do is go ahead and give this, we're going to go give it a brown. And we'll give it a red, a green. Give it some personality. And there we go. Here's our little pumpkin. All right. And then for the last demonstration, we're going to do a smaller pumpkin. And we'll put some eyes on it. Okay, so for this one, we are going to use the 1 3/4 yellow. And let's use a nice bright orange yarn. And let's do this one really quick. You have it flat, put it in. Take out your other one. So we're going to take this little guy. I'm going to make him round like this. It's a little fluffy. And we'll give him a little bit of a stem, maybe 4 or 5 times. One, let's do under 2 fingers. 4, 5. And then we'll do this again, the end. And do the stem here. All right. And then let's go put this guy towards the back. Let's give him some personality. We'll put him towards the back. this guy right here. Put this up a little bit. All right. And then we'll give him a curly Q. And then what we could do is give him a little mouth. There we go. All right. So if we put like 2 big eyes on him. Here we go. A little how do you do, Mr. Man. Ta-da! Woo! Okay, so here we go with our little pumpkin patch going. The reason why I left loops right here instead of cutting them freely like this is because if you make a lot of different sizes of pumpkins, is that you can make a pumpkin garland. And it wouldn't take that long to make your pumpkin garland. And here's some nice ribbon that I picked up from a local craft store. And you can go and string your garland through. Hopefully I made them all big enough. And you can string your garland through your pumpkins. And you will be able to, however you want to, maybe make a lot of them. Let's see if I made this one big enough. String this through. Put eyes on all of these and make them a pumpkin family, or you can make it into an elegant pumpkin garland, but you can see kind of where I'm going with this. So you can cut it or however you want to do it, and you can make your pumpkins all different sizes. Even if you wanted to leave these on, you can. Let's see, put them through. And make them something like this. I think you can probably put them through. This one's not big enough, but this one is. If you left enough room on the inside, on the bottom, you can probably do it where the stem is sticking up, and then you'd have a beautiful pumpkin garland like that. So here is this week's autumn or Halloween craft. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you love it. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe. If you want to get notification, hit that bell. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.